especially in this community, can work harmoniously together in trying to find out what is going to benefit us all.
Wow. Okay. Question sheet. What risks have you faced, and like throughout your work, and how have you overcome them?
My latest incident that I was involved in is I literally drove into a drive-by shooting, and was just seconds away from having an opportunity to save the young man's life. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that, but my actions were able to set the tone for the scene, being able to just be a support to the family, letting them know that, yes, your loved one is gone, and trying to, basically take them by the hand and comfort them, was something that was very, it was, I don't know if I want to use bittersweet, but that's kind of the feeling that I had. We lost this young man in our community, another tragedy. But with me being there, was able to minimize the scene being any more chaotic than what it was.
How has your work, you kind of already explained this part, but how has your work benefited people in the community?
I've seen people get jobs. I've seen youth that weren't in school get back into school and graduate with their high school diplomas. I've seen families that felt as if they had no hope begin to get out and find the resources that they need, and kind of give them a sense of, everything's going to be okay. There is somebody out there that cares.
That's awesome. Okay, our last question is, I think it's the last question. No, sorry.
No problem.
Trying to figure out how to word this. What has helped you through what you like? What has inspired you to do what you're doing?
I am a product of this community. A lot of the youth that I work with, I lived through what they are going through. I lived in a home where 4 of us had to share a twin-size bed. I lived in a home where we had to utilize the stove to warm the house. I lived in a house where I saw physical abuse. I lived in not having any money and having to share clothes amongst my brother and my cousins and other family members. So I truly have walked in the shoes of these kids that I work with.
Here's the one that you guys gave me from.
Oh, well, done now.
Oh, okay.
And our last question is, really, if you could nominate anybody else for this award, who would you nominate?
I think if I could nominate someone else for this award, it would have to be my current. He's our program CEO and president, but I see him as a mentor. And that's Joe McFerrin. He is the president and CEO of Portland Opportunities and Portland Opportunities Industrialization Center, Rosemary Anderson High School. Mr. McFerrin, he walks the walk, and when you see him, you see the passion, you see the mission. Everything about him speaks of I'm going to do whatever it takes to help these youth and to help my community. And he is he's a great model for what it takes to get those types of things done and to get the resources out to the people in our community.
Can I jump in with a question? So how long have you been doing this work?
I've been doing this work recently for the past couple years. I've been doing it off and on for about the last 7 years.
And what drives you? What gives you the hope to keep moving forward?
When you sit down with a kid who initially is just very reserved and doesn't want to talk to anybody and has completely shut down, and and over time, as you build that relationship with that youth, to see them begin to take initiative, coming to me saying, I need you to help me find a job. We're struggling at home, can you help us with food? And then taking a stance and saying, you know what, I'm not going to be the problem, I'm going to be part of the solution. That's very rewarding.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell us a story about a success that you've had that did fill you with hope?
Yeah, I have a student now who basically had that mentality. Nobody cares about me. I don't have anything. I'm never going to be anything. And I would talk to this kid, 2-3 times a week, and just check in, showing that I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to support you. And he saw that somebody was behind him and gave him hope. And so now this kid will be, in this current program that I'm running, will be one of my 2 first seniors to graduate from high school.
Wow. That's pretty great.
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I'm very honored. I don't do this for the money. I don't do it for the kudos. I do it because if I'm sitting around a table with a group of my peers and we're talking about what everybody else is doing and nobody's doing anything, I can't point the finger. I have to become the model and I have to do the work if I want the results. So I'm kind of taking on that role of being being Robin Hood and the cheerleader, and I want people to see that this is what it takes to reach our youth.
Thank you.
Are you available next Thursday evening from 6 to 8?
Yes.
And if the students come to a place where they narrow the nominees down to 2 or 3, would you be willing or able to come in sometime next week for an interview with more of the class?
Yes.
That's great. Great. Thanks.
Thank you so much for
Did you ask a question about definition of peace?
Yes.
Great.
Are we putting those together?
Well, I'm wondering if we can get that on video, because I think that might be a really good
Okay.
question to capture. I missed it, so I apologize.
So, what is your definition of peace?
My definition of peace is when not only everyone in the world, but especially in our community, when they can come together for the common good of helping thy neighbor and being able to say that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this a better place.
Awesome. Great.